Doctor warns, 5 have sex secrets old men wish they knew sooner. Life lessons from the elderly. What if trying to prove you're still a man was the very thing that stopped your heart? It's a question most older men never ask until it's too late. Harold was 68. He hadn't been intimate in over a year. One night, feeling like he had to prove he still had it, he jumped back in. No warm-up, no conversation with his doctor, no understanding of the risks. Moments later, in the middle of intimacy, he felt a sharp pain in his chest, struggled to breathe, and collapsed. It was a mild heart attack. He survived, thankfully. But afterward, he looked his doctor in the eye and said, "No one told me intimacy at this age needed to be different. I felt like my own body betrayed me." That moment changed everything. And that's why we need to talk, openly, honestly, about the 5 hidden truths every man over 60 should know about sex, health, and confidence. Secret 1. Spontaneity is a young man's game. Wisdom is yours. The myth that breaks hearts. When you were 25, intimacy was a spark, sudden, electric, effortless. A glance across a crowded room, a late-night drive, and desire took over. But after 60, that spark needs kindling. Clinging to the myth of spontaneity sets you up for disappointment, shame, and even danger. What if planning for intimacy could make it more meaningful than ever? Gerald's story, a night that changed everything. Gerald, 69, was a retired teacher, fit and active, with a love for hiking. After years alone, he met Sarah at a book club. Their chemistry was undeniable, and one evening, things turned intimate. Gerald thought it would just happen, like it did in his 30s. When his body didn't respond, he panicked. "I'm broken," he thought, making an excuse and leaving. He avoided Sarah for weeks, his confidence in tatters. I met Gerald in my office, his eyes downcast. "Doc, I'm too old for this," he said. I told him the truth. His body wasn't broken. It just needed preparation. Aging slows blood flow and testosterone. Medications, stress, even a heavy meal can interfere. Planning, eating light, managing meds, talking openly gives your body a fighting chance. The science simplified. Your body's like a classic car, reliable, but it needs a tune-up. After 60, blood vessels narrow, reducing flow to the penis. Testosterone drops 1% per year after 50, softening desire. Common meds, blood pressure pills, antidepressants can dampen arousal. Planning isn't weakness, it's strategy. A 2018 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found men who planned intimacy reported 60% higher satisfaction. The cost of ignoring this. Without preparation, one failed moment can spiral. Men like Gerald retreat, avoiding intimacy, partners, even touch. Shame festers, confidence erodes, and emotional distance grows. Worse, pushing your body without prep can strain your heart. A 2011 study in JAMA found unplanned sex increases heart attack risk in men over 60 by 2.7 times. A new path forward. Gerald took my advice. He talked to Sarah, planned a quiet evening, and focused on connection, not performance. Months later, he beamed, "Doc, it's better than my 30s. She sees me." Planning doesn't kill romance. It builds a deeper bond. Try this. Talk to your partner about what makes you feel close. Schedule a night, free of stress. Your heart and hers will thank you. What's one small step you could take to prepare for intimacy? Secret 2. Your erection is your heart's check engine light. The warning you can't ignore. Erectile dysfunction, ED, isn't just a bedroom issue. It's a billboard flashing, "Check your heart." Too many men laugh it off, blame age, or buy sketchy pills online. But ED is often the first sign of something deadly. Could a bedroom struggle save your life? David's story, a time bomb ticking. David, 67, was a part-time contractor, still swinging a hammer. He came to me because things weren't working down there. He chuckled. "Just getting old, right, Doc?" I didn't laugh. His blood pressure was high, his cholesterol off. I ordered a cardiac workup. 3 weeks later, David had surgery for a 90% blocked artery, the widowmaker. From his hospital bed, he said, "I thought I had a sex problem. You saved my life." The science simplified. Erections rely on blood flow. The penile arteries are smaller than your heart's, so they clog first. ED can appear 3 to 5 years before a heart attack or stroke. A 2013 study in Circulation found men with ED are 50% more likely to have cardiovascular disease. High blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, common in men over 60, starve your arteries. ED is your body's SOS. The cost of silence. Ignoring ED risks more than intimacy. Men like David walk around with ticking time bombs, clogged arteries, undiagnosed diabetes, silent hypertension. A 2016 Mayo Clinic study linked ED to a 70% higher risk of early death. Emotionally, ED chips away at confidence, pushing men into isolation. Partners feel rejected, relationships fray, and loneliness creeps in. A lifeline within reach. David's story could have ended differently. A simple doctor visit, blood tests, a stress test, caught his issue early. Lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, and meds improved his heart and his bedroom. Today, he feels 50 again. Don't hide ED. Tell your doctor, even if it's awkward. Medicare covers most tests. One visit could add a decade with your grandkids. When was the last time you had a heart checkup? Secret 3. Touch is medicine for your soul. The power of connection. Intimacy after 60 isn't just about sex. It's about feeling seen, alive, human. A hand on your arm, a warm embrace, even self-touch releases chemicals that heal your body and mind. Without it, you're starving your soul. What if one touch could change how you feel today? Martin's story, from numb to alive. Martin, 74, lost his wife to cancer. He swore off intimacy, convinced it was for the young. He grew numb, slept poorly, and his blood pressure climbed. In my office, he whispered, "What's the point, Doc?" I saw a man starving, not for food, but for connection. I suggested small steps. Join a community group, try a dance class, hold a friend's hand. 6 months later, Martin was back, eyes bright. I'm den sink, dok. I feel alive. The science simplified. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Dopamine, pleasure, and serotonin calm. These lower cortisol, the stress hormone that fuels heart disease and depression. A 2019 Harvard study found lonely men over 60 have 45% higher mortality rates. Physical affection, even non-sexual, cuts stress by 30% per a 2020 psychosomatic medicine study. The cost of isolation. Without touch, men wither. Depression creeps in, sleep falters, immunity weakens. Martin's rising blood pressure wasn't just age, it was loneliness. Emotional starvation raises heart attack risk by 29% per a 2018 AHA study. Partners grow distant, friendships fade, and life feels gray. Reclaiming connection. You don't need a lover to heal. Hug a grandkid, pet a dog, join a choir. Martin found joy in dance. Others find it in volunteering or therapy. Try this. Reach out to one person today. Say, "I've missed you." Small connections ripple, bringing you back to life. Who's one person you could connect with today? Secret 4. Porn is stealing your joy. The silent thief. Porn seems like a quick fix, private, easy, no judgment. But it's rewiring your brain, dulling real intimacy, and eroding your confidence. Is what you're watching stopping you from feeling? Walter's story, chasing a lie. Walter, 71, was a retired Navy vet, proud and strong. But he hadn't touched his wife in 4 years. Porn became his nightly escape, filling the void of a drifting marriage. He compared his wife to the screen, her body, her pace, and grew bored, then resentful. When he confessed in my office, he said, "I lost what was real. Quitting porn was hard, but save his marriage." The science simplified. Porn floods your brain with dopamine, desensitizing you to real touch. It trains you to crave novelty, not connection. A 2021 Journal of Sexual Research study found heavy porn use doubles ED risk in men over 60. Over time, real intimacy feels flat, arousal falters, and guilt festers. The cost of escape. Porn doesn't just steal arousal, it steals trust. Men like Walter grow distant. Partners feel unwanted, and self-worth crumbles. Marriages erode, not from betrayal, but from digital disconnection. A 2019 Psychology Today survey found 56% of men over 60 felt less satisfied after porn use. A way back. Rewiring takes time. Cut back gradually. Swap screen time for a walk, a talk, a hobby. Walter focused on his wife's laugh, her touch. Months later, he said, "I'm present again." Therapy or support groups like NoFap can help. You're not alone, and real joy is waiting. What's one habit you could replace with a real connection? Secret 5. Proving yourself can cost everything. The deadliest trap. The most dangerous moment isn't when you feel weak. It's when you feel invincible. A new romance, a compliment, a good day can spark a need to prove you've still got it. That's when men push too far, risking everything. One choice could cost you everything. What is it? Leonard's story, a tragic lesson. Leonard, 74, was charming, funny, and newly dating a younger woman. He joked, "Doc, I gotta keep up." I warned him. His heart was weak, sex was exercise, prep was critical. He brushed it off, took a booster pill, and pushed himself one night. He collapsed, cardiac arrest. Paramedics couldn't save him. His date's grief haunts me still. The science simplified. Sex spikes your heart rate, like climbing stairs. Without prep, checking meds, pacing, managing stress, your heart can't cope. A 2015 American Journal of Cardiology study found men over 60 have a 10x higher heart attack risk during unplanned sex. Mixing ED pills with heart meds can be fatal. The cost of pride. Leonard's story isn't unique. I've counseled widows whose husbands died chasing youth. Pride silences men, stopping them from asking for help. Relationships fracture, families grieve, and lives end too soon. A 2020 CDC report noted 15% of sudden cardiac deaths in men over 60 occur during physical exertion, including sex. A smarter path. Slow down. Talk to your doctor about safe intimacy. Check meds. Eat well, rest. Intimacy isn't a performance. It's a shared gift. Leonard's loss teaches us. Your worth isn't in proving youth, but in being present. Try this. Before intimacy, ask, "Am I ready?" or "Am I rushing?" What's one way you can prioritize presence over pride?